Hey everyone, Connor here with AcuSpray, and today we're going to be walking you through an unboxing of the brand new DJI AGRAS T100. We'll walk you through exactly what comes in the crate, how it goes together, and more importantly, what actually matters once you get into this thing. So in this video, we're going to be doing three things. First, we're going to show you everything that comes in the box. Second, we're going to walk through the assembly step by step. And third, we'll give you some real world context on what is actually different about this platform. So let's get into it. So what we have sitting here in front of us in the shop is AcuSpray's ready to fly kit for the T100. Here is the actual drone itself, the flight unit, the power unit. In this big box here, we have the 26.5 gallon spray system. Everything is already integrated in it. 3 different options for your charging system. Also in the kit, comes with 4 batteries. You can kind of switch this up depending on what you want, how you want to build your kit, 3 or 4 batteries. You can talk through one of our sales guys and they'll walk you through what that actually looks like. The kit also comes with, if you go with the C10000 chargers, is the adapter cables from the C10000 charger to the newer flight batteries. You also have the ancillary charging equipment for the controller and an extra set of props. Here is the spraying system inside the box. We're going to open this up first. So when you open up your box, you got a couple different things in here. And this box is actually your cooling station. When we pick up this box, then we get to see that big 26.5 gallon spray tank. So what we have in this first box is first the landing gear and the spray setup. You'll see this big 26.5 gallon tank, the quick load fill cap, which is already integrated. You don't have to buy a separate option on the T100. What also comes is the new designed cooling station for those giant T100 batteries. If we dig a little deeper here, you can see we have a 2 nozzle kit on this setup. We also have the front light and also the control module on this side. If we flip over to the other side of the tank, we have our flow meter that's already attached in that dual pump system. These pumps are totally redesigned to have a much higher flow rate than previous models. What's also nice is if you decide to go to the 4 nozzle setup for your spray booms, it already has the plumbing integrated. You don't have to buy a new kit for this. You have to buy the new nozzles, but the plumbing is already integrated into it, ready to work. So in this box, we have the drone itself, the tractor, the power unit, whatever you want to call it. So we'll get this sucker opened up. Inside of here, we have the all new redesigned drone, the tractor style drone that will click on top of your spray system. Underneath this foam piece, a little hidden here, is your remote controller. We'll get this thing set up, we'll get it opened up, and we'll get it on top of the spray system for you guys to see it. Before you put your drone on top of the landing gear and the spraying unit, it's really important to make sure that you get all the zip ties broke free, all the foam off, all of the packing materials off of the drone itself. It will not set down on the spray unit. It works best if you have 2 guys holding the drone and 1 guy going around and getting rid of all of that shipping material. A couple things to pay attention to is right up front here, there's this connector that connects the drone to the spray system itself. When you're setting the drone down on top of the spray system, you want to make sure that that is free and you're not setting it on top of the connector. After you have everything set down, you remove these water caps and plug it in. And then after you plug it in, it has this nice clip right here that snaps into to keep everything safe and out of the way. Something else to pay attention to is these clamps are made to pick up all the weight of that 26.5 gallon tank. So when you're putting them in, you want to make sure they're latched, and they are hard to press in. They make a loud noise and you're not going to break them if everything's lined up correctly, but they do require some force to get them to clip in. With an all new redesigned drone is an all new redesigned sensor suite. The biggest upgrade that we have on the T100 compared to older DJI models is its Lidar. This Lidar is a totally different way of viewing the world around it compared to radar, and it gives us as operators a whole new enhanced operational safety. As always, giant radar on top of our DJIs that gives us 360 degrees of view. And something new they added is the cameras on top of the radar. That's 360 degrees of visual view on top of what the radar sees itself. Like the upgrade with the T50 model, it has a dedicated downward facing radar. And then it also has a new light mounted right on top of the spray tank for nighttime operations. An all new redesigned drone means an all new redesigned set of ancillary equipment that goes with it. The biggest improvement is this brand new battery. It has more flight time, and the biggest improvement are the giant connectors that connect the battery to the drone. No longer are we going to be bending over prongs and fixing them with screwdrivers and trying to keep our drones in the air. If you bend over one of these prongs, something seriously bad happens. So we went ahead and grabbed the T50 battery off the shelf that we used all year last year, just trying to illustrate how much these bigger battery prongs are going to help us. So you can visually see the difference between these massive holes where the big prongs go and all these tiny slots on the old design. And you can actually see on a couple of these pins are bent over and have been manipulated with screwdrivers and pushed straight. When you're slamming batteries all day, you bend pins. It's just the nature of the beast. But with these new massive pins on the T100, we're gonna have a much easier time keeping them straight and not having battery failures as the season goes on. Other things that have changed is the controller. It's not that much different from the RC Plus that we've come to know and love, but some few key changes are new ports on the bottom and also some new options for mounting it on the back. DJI doesn't necessarily offer new mounting options for the controller, but there's a ton of third-party options for mounting this. Another small difference is bump pads have gotten bigger, beefier, and they actually stick out past the screen now. So that way, if you do drop your controller, you have a smaller chance of breaking it. Another thing that got redesigned is with the new redesigned battery, we have a new redesigned cooling station. Not a lot has changed, except for we have two new cooling fans on the side, as well as the cooling fan on front. And also it is reconfigured to accept the new and larger battery. Like we've talked about in the past, there's three options for charging your T100. We have what we have here, which is the C10,000 charger. You are going to need two of these to maintain continuous flight with your T100, but they do charge off single phase 220. The other option is the C12,000 charger. You only need one of those, but you got to beef up your generator and you're going to have to get into the 480 three-phase range. The third option is the option DJI offers is the generator, the DJI generator. Comes pre-installed with a C12,000 charger, and just one of those gives you complete operation. So walking through the C10,000 a little bit, something that you will notice right out of the box is those cables don't have ends on them. They come like that, so that way you can wire however you see fit, whatever your generator option is. They do tell you in the booklet for the charger, it's on page 5 and 6, I believe, how to wire that up. It gives you a nice wiring diagram to integrate into your system. The C10,000 charger does come with the old style, skinny, multiple prong plug. So what we have here also is the adapter. So your adapter just plugs right in, and then plug in your little cable for your cooling, and then now you are adapted and ready to charge the bigger prong T100 battery. Like I said, you're going to need two of these to keep up, but you only have to run single phase. If you want to just run one charger, you got to bump up to 3-phase. So what we have here is your ancillary charging kit for your controller. The most important part is your adapter to the United States 110 volt plug. It also comes with two of the secondary batteries that go in the back of the controller, and then also the little charging station those batteries plug into to charge your controller. Something that we always recommend is having an extra set of props on you whenever it's possible. If you've been in this game for a while, you know that it is not a matter of if, it is a matter of when. You chip a prop, you break a prop, you find a tree branch, or worst case scenario, you put a drone down. A lot of times, a spare set of props can get you back in the air quickly. One thing to note on these T100 props, they changed up how they did the naming system. So we no longer have upper and lower props. We have counterclockwise props, the CCW, and then a clockwise prop will just say CW. Something we want to touch on real quick, something you should be doing every time you're refilling the drone, every time you're putting in a new battery, is just a quick prop inspection. And what that looks like is you're just checking your leading edge, you're checking your trailing edge, checking your tips, looking for chips, looking for cracks, right down the main beam of the prop, making sure that all of those carbon fiber parts are not coming apart from each other. So what we have in this box is the spreader for the DJI T100. Similar setup to what we got going on with the sprayer. It is a all-in-one landing system and spreader tank. So we'll get the box opened up. We have a slightly different spreader disc and a slightly different auger. Those are interchangeable parts inside the system, but we'll talk about that in a little bit. Get this opened up and out of the way. Inside of here, much like the spray tank, is just the spread tank. So we'll get this out of here. Now that we got the spreader out of the box, we want to just walk through a couple things. The biggest thing is, like we talked about earlier, we have our different spinner disc and our medium-sized auger. So what ships is an extra large-sized auger and a medium-sized auger. And they're super simple to change out. A big difference from the 40s and the 50s, you just undo these two clasps, pull off the motor, the auger comes right out. So as you can see, quite a difference between the extra large and the medium. If you go through the manual and you actually go through the spreading program, it gives you a more in-depth on what augers you should be using versus what material you are pushing out. You can order larges and you can also order smalls, but for most use cases, the extra large or the medium will take care of you. So just like the spray system, we have our light on front, and then that's about where the similarities end. So we have our auger motor and our auger system. Up underneath the drone is the actual spinner disc, the spreader for that broadcast spreading. Some things they changed is we now have 4 mountings for our load cells. So there's the 2 mounting locations up here, and on the back on pads, there's 2 more mounting locations for load cells. Gives you a more evenly distributed, more accurate load. They've done a massive redesign to the 100 of the spinner discs and of the auger system to give you more accurate calibration, more accurate distribution of product. This is a 150 liter, about 40 gallon tank with a payload capacity of 220 pounds. That's going to allow you more material in the air. It's going to give you longer flight times and the ability to do higher capacity spreads. It's a major step in the right direction for your fertilizer applications and things of that nature where you're in those high application pound per acre rates. This is going to be a massive increase for efficiency, and what the T100 is all about, big acres and big efficiency day in and day out. We're just going to do a quick and easy little demonstration on how easy it is to get the airframe itself off of the spray tank and onto the spreader tank. So first thing you're going to do is we're going to come down here. We're just going to undo our little electrical connection, and we're going to put our dust and water caps back on the sprayer since we'll no longer be using it. And then up here we have the 4 clamps that actually clamp everything together. So you're going to pull back on the orange safety and pop that out and then release it from the bottom on each side. And then this part you definitely need a second man for. It is a unit. So all we're gonna do is we're just gonna pick up. We're gonna walk right over to the spreader, set it back down, and then reverse the process. Put our clamps on. And then get our cable out, undo the dust and water cap, flip it in, put it back. And that is all it is to switch out from spraying to spreading. Well, thanks for watching. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to reach out to one of our customer success reps who can help guide you through the issues or questions that you might have. We'll be putting out more videos on the setup, operation, maintenance, and performance. And we're going to keep bringing you real practical insight so you can make the right decisions on your operation. So if you want to stay up to date, make sure you subscribe, turn on notifications, and follow along. As always, be safe, fly smart, and keep building.